For our wedding, his family started a poll about whether or not she would wear sweats to the wedding. I did not suddenly get sexy after my son was born. I was slightly overweight before my son was born, and I'm back to my pre-baby slightly overweight shape. Now the update, Dan and I went out without our son so we could talk. I told him I was confused by his comment and wanted to discuss it. I asked if he could name specific things about the morning routine that made him feel our son was neglected. I offered to switch shifts if he thought our son should have more AM parent time. To make a long and confusing conversation short, Dan's confused by the fact that I got over my postpartum depression and am back to normal now. For some context, my PPD never made me question whether or not I loved my son or made me feel like we never should have had him. My PPD made me feel like I was constantly failing my son, that I wasn't good enough to be his mom and that he deserved better. There were a few times I broke down and started crying and would tell Dan that he was so much better at being a parent than I was and that our son didn't deserve to have a crappy mom like me. Luckily, I have an amazing DR who recognized that this wasn't just baby blues and helped me get the help I needed. It could have been much worse. Dan only felt like a good parent when I was failing and telling him that I was terrible at it. Now that I'm doing better, he no longer